Happy Independence Day and welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. Thank you for spending part of your Independence Day with me. I want to really thank you guys, all of you, from the bottom of my heart. You've helped support the channel in times of great fun and great pain. And we're going to be in for some pain here pretty soon. A lot of very fascinating things have happened I wanted to share with you today because Independence Day, the 4th of July, is now a holiday about fireworks, as much as it is probably more so than an understanding of what Independence Day is about. So I got some fireworks for you guys. Let's start with the news. Come on, computer. The news about Trump's nominee. He is going to nominate Judy Shelton to the Federal Reserve. Now, I have heard for years, right, that Trump is a gold guy, and I heard about Judy Shelton quite a while ago, at least a year ago, that she is part of his team. Now, the interesting things about Judy Shelton is she's not just another banker mouthpiece. She has previously said that if appointed, according to the CNBC, that's right, mainstream news touched on this yesterday. Shelton has previously said that if appointed, she would lower interest rates to 0% in 1 to 2 years, echoing calls from Trump to lower rates. Now, does that make her an enemy of the people? An enemy of the currency? You know, who is Judy Shelton and why does it matter? Let's jump over to the Vox article about Judy Shelton. Their headline reads, Judy Shelton's potential nomination to a Federal Reserve board seat is explained. The former sound money advocate now suddenly backs Trump's push for lower interest rates. So, I want to give you a little piece from the story. The Trump administration is looking to take another stab at filling the 2 outstanding vacancies on the Federal Reserve Board of Governors. This time by vetting Judy Shelton, a low profile, meaning not a lot of people know about her, right? She's not out in the public like Herman Cain or Stephen Moore, both who failed in the Senate due to weak qualifications and various hints of scandal, right? But she's a low-profile economist who championed the return to the gold standard a few years ago, but now supports Trump's favored policies of the moment. Now, this is where it's really interesting. We seem to have a conflict of ideas, right? Judy Shelton is an Austrian economist, meaning she believes in actual rules that govern currencies, government expenditure, etc., versus Keynesian policies, and I just hate saying the word Keynesian. Anyways, Keynesian policies, which is spend money now, borrow it from the future, pay it back if you got it. If not, spend some more, borrow some more, which is the system we've been under since the 1940s. Maybe the 1930s they started it. I believe they did. That's right. You know, we've been under that policy a long time. So how does Trump start to change this system? Well, if he were to go in there and just karate chop and fire Powell the way he talked about, right, that would cause a firestorm. It would cause tons of problems. So he's got to do it gradually. I would like to see things move faster just because I'm an impatient kind of guy when it comes to what the hell is going on and where are we going with it, right? So he's got to do it a little at a time by moving someone like Judy Shelton in there, right? Someone who understands gold, who understands money, who understands currency, who understands intelligent, rational, realistic approaches to funding government and taxes, etc. Anyways, Trump has really changed his game. Again, Trump just said, right, there's the headline for the third story. Trump says U.S. should join the, quote, great currency manipulation game, end quote, by devaluing the dollar. Here is the Trump tweet. China and Europe playing big currency manipulation game and pumping money into their system in order to compete with USA. We should match, in all caps, or continue being the dummies who sit back and politely watch as other countries continue to play their games as they have for many years. Now, I admire him for saying that. Terrific. That's right. We shouldn't just sit back and get the wrong side of the deal at the same time. What was quantitative easing? It was money printing. What was lowering our interest rates to zero? Right? It was manipulation. Right now, the United States dollar is very strong, which gives us some advantage. But, everyone else is devaluing their currency. And it seems like that's what Trump wants to do, right? Here we go from the article. President Trump has never been a fan of the strong dollar. But that's what we have, don't we? But that's also because of Powell's policies in the Federal Reserve. And after beating around the bush for months by demanding a 50 basis point rate cut and more QE from the Fed, it seems the president is now explicitly calling on the U.S. to artificially weaken the greenback by any means necessary. So, if the dollar starts to fall, what does that do to us? It means our purchasing power to buy goods from other countries is going to go down, right? Because the dollar is going to become weaker. While it's strong, we're able to buy shit from everybody, but it gives other advantages to other countries. Well, in this case, the American consumer is going to have a weaker dollar, right? So, weaker dollar, buy less, right? Tariffs coming in, higher cost, we can buy less. So now the people are going to start paying. In a way, it's like another tax. By weakening the dollar, right, we can buy less, but the government is going to benefit because of lower interest rates and its debts, right? All of our debts, the government, right, the Fed loans at 0% to banks. The banks turn around and sell their money to corporations and other lenders. By the time we get to borrow the money, it's up at 6, 8, 10, 12%, depending on your credit score and the type of loan it is. 0% interest is great for banks and making the wealthy rich, which has been the claim for a long time. Fireworks. But when it gets to us, it's fireworks in the ass, right? They're continually giving us, right, the firecracker between the butt cheeks game. It stings, right? These people are hurting us. We don't get to benefit by these manipulation games. We get to pay, and we're going to get to pay more. Now, there's only one place you can be in all of this to be in a position to protect yourself and also to benefit, and that's to be in precious metals. Do your research. The preparedmind.club, we have links to SD Bullion. I don't have links to APMEX because they don't have any affiliate programs, but I recommend them also. Right? I bought from those two companies, and I liked those two companies. I tried buying from others, and they gave me the fucking runaround, so I didn't buy from them. Since losing my job a couple of months ago, I haven't been buying a whole lot of anything, right? But be that as it may, there's fireworks that are going to start happening. They announced this just before 4th of July, just before Independence Day. Because Wednesday is a short trading day. Today is 4th of July. Tomorrow is Friday. And then you got the weekend. Basically, everyone knew there's going to be a 4.5-day weekend. Make all these announcements. Let everyone stew on it, not get too excited. Or if they get excited, there's not much trading going to go on Friday, tomorrow. There's not a whole lot going to be going on over the weekend. It's the weekend. But come next week, the fireworks, the results of these ideas, they're gonna hit the fan, right? They're gonna light and they're gonna go to flight. If they devalue the currency, gold will go up, right? Because dollar weak, gold strong. That's how that works. It's like a little balancing scale. Same with silver, which is, poor man's gold. If I could afford anything, it would be silver. This is what's being done, and what it's going to do. If he wants to print more money, quantitative easing, and he wants a weaker dollar, right? He's going to pump a bunch of currency in here. It's going to weaken our purchasing power and cause inflation. It's going to cause inflation, right? The economy's slowing down. It's stagnating. That's stagflation. I've got to tell you, last fall, like, we're talking 9 months ago, I remember listening to Jim Sinclair and Bill Holter on USA Watchdog .com. USA Watchdog on YouTube is Greg Hunter. And they were saying late spring, early summer. That's right now. Michael Pinto was forecasting the same thing. This spring going into summer, we're going to start seeing the economy coming down. Fireworks, folks. Now Trump wants to weaken the dollar. He wants to print more money. He wants to lower interest rates. All as an artificial stimulus. And we've been on nothing but artificial stimulus since 2008. That's where we've been. But they're running, it's not having the effect. Every time they announce good news, the stock market used to go up a lot and then it'd come down. And then it'd go up a little more and then it'd come down. And it's not going up. Now they're saying bad news is good news. And the market goes up a teeny bit and then it's coming back down. They're going to need to pump more cash in trying to get that big jump. The stock market may go up. The Dow may hit 30,000. It might, but it's all artificial and it's all giveaway money. And I listened to Jeffrey Gundlach the other day, who's a huge fund manager, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, right, fund manager, investing other people's money. He likes the idea, if I heard him correctly, that corporations can buy back their own stock. That creates a shortage on the market, artificially stimulates higher equity value. I guess if I was buying and trading and making money off of stocks, I would want to see them go higher, right? That way your holdings appear to be profitable. But in reality, the stock market going up and up has nothing to do with the economy, which is slowing down. How many times have we gone over these fireworks? Ford, GM. How many times have we talked about crop shortages that are going to happen this year? How many times have we talked about lower house sales, new and existing homes, new housing starts, right? How many times have we talked about the retail apocalypse? Fireworks after fireworks after fireworks to the negative side. Now we're seeing global PMI. We're seeing global numbers are declining. We're seeing lowering in shipping rates because there's more competition, because there's less material to be moved. We're seeing a reduction in things moving around, right? If you think about the country as the body, and you think about the roads and the rail lines as the arteries that supply, right? In our bodies, we got blood. In the country, we've got roads that supply what we need, right? You need more of this and more of that moving around. It keeps things healthy and moving along. That is slowing down. It's slowing down logistically. It's slowing down in manufacturing. We're having problems with agriculture. We're having problems with home ownership and new homes and existing home sales, right? We're going to see rates fall, currency printed. In other words, shit is going to hit the fan. And I'm sure they would make fireworks out of brown if they could, and that would be the color for tonight's show. Except I don't think brown shows up real good against a dark night sky. So you're going to get the regular red, white, and blue, other colors out there that are really pretty. Enjoy it, folks. In fact, I want everyone to pay attention tonight and see how long your fireworks spectacular goes. There's a lot of predictions that some towns have canceled or are going to have very, very small fireworks. Once again, an indicator of how much money is available, how much, discretionary spending the government can do. It's going to get wild. It's going to get weird. It's going to be fireworks, and precious metals is going to be the safe haven. In fact, they've been running to bonds all week. But why would you buy a bond that pays back 2% when inflation's at 4% and it's going to go up to 8%? You're guaranteeing a loss. You're locking in a loss. Now, I've talked to other investors, and I've talked to and listened to people who are European. And their mentality is, if it's going to go down, I'm just going to put myself in a position to lose less. Everyone's going to take a haircut. I call it an ass beating, but they call it a haircut because it sounds pretty, right? And you get your haircut, it makes you pretty. Give me a fucking break. Can you take a haircut or an ass beating? It hurts. But they want to take less of an ass beating by getting into getting into government bonds. Ouch. Right? There's one safe place that has always benefited in economic downturns, and that has been precious metals. And Trump has pulled the Trump card with Judy Shelton. I think he's going to start getting what he wants. Right? He's threatened to fire Powell. He's putting Powell down, making fun of him, belittling him, which is just it's unprecedented to see this level of disrespect. And in a way, it's forcing Powell to fight with him. Trump is positioning himself brilliantly with regard to politics, so he can blame someone else for what is coming. You and I know what's coming. Fireworks. Whether it's in D.C. or out in our street. Right? We're going to have some fireworks. We call it shit hitting the fan. Right? So get prepared. Food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense. Right? Chance favors the prepared mind is yours. Thank you again for supporting us. And thank you, Ross, Chris, Mark, and others who have donated to my my PayPal account. I got some nice little donations. That was great. Maybe buy me some fireworks. Anyways, you guys be very cool. Thank you again. And I'll see you tomorrow. And we'll see what happens, right, on this odd little quiet Friday. We got a lot of big stuff going on. Big stuff going on. We had some submarine action, right, this week. What the hell was that all about? How much is true? How much is speculation? Right, I got reports about military base activity. I tried talking to my people. Wow, what a weird week. Just absolutely a weird week. And Trump has really just opened up the next level on the monetary side of things. So, get prepared, folks. Get prepared now. Food's going to get a lot more expensive no matter what Trump does because of the food shortages that are coming. So get that stockpile built up, please. You guys be cool, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.